7 incredible new movies coming to theaters this October 2025. The year 2025 has been absolutely phenomenal for cinema lovers everywhere, delivering an incredible mix of blockbuster hits, unexpected gems, and everything in between that has kept audiences glued to their seats. We've witnessed every single genre elevate its storytelling to new heights, from the spine-chilling depths of gothic horror in films like Sinners to the adrenaline-pumping thrills of action romance in Black Bag, the vibrant animated musical excellence of K-pop Demon Hunters, the superhero spectacle of Superman, and the darkly twisted psychological black comedy of Weapons. And guess what? October is gearing up to continue this spectacular trend with an even more impressive lineup. With the spooky season rapidly approaching and autumn vibes filling the air, this is absolutely the perfect moment to settle into your favorite theater seat and immerse yourself in some fresh new releases in the horror genre. Or perhaps you're craving something a bit lighter. Maybe a delightfully gooey romantic comedy to warm your heart? Whatever your taste, October has something special waiting for you. So go ahead and book those tickets right now. Grab yourself a massive bucket of buttery popcorn, maybe some candy too, and prepare to experience the pure cinematic magic of extraordinary films like Bugonia and Bone Lake as they make their grand debut in theaters across the globe. But here's the thing. You absolutely need to stick around until the very end of this video because we're saving the most shocking and anticipated release for last. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming, especially if you're a fan of psychological thrillers and Oscar-worthy performances. Plus, I'll be revealing some exclusive streaming releases that haven't been talked about much yet, and they're absolute game changers. Your October watchlist is about to get seriously upgraded. Bugonia, Bone Lake, and more unmissable films hitting theaters. This October, 1. Bugonia releases October 24. Picture this. Michelle Fuller, portrayed brilliantly by the incomparable Emma Stone, is riding high as the wildly successful CEO of a major pharmaceutical corporation. Her life seems perfect, right? Well, everything takes a dramatic and utterly bizarre turn when two eccentric conspiracy theorists, a passionate beekeeper named Teddy, played intensely by Jesse Plemons, and his equally convinced friend Dawn, decide to kidnap her. Their reasoning? They're absolutely certain she's an extraterrestrial being sent from another world with the sole mission of destroying planet Earth. The chaos and absurdity that unfolds next is beyond anything you could imagine. This fascinating film draws its inspiration from the 2003 Korean cult classic Save the Green Planet by the visionary director Jong Joon-hwan. The legendary director Yorgos Lanthimos and the phenomenal Emma Stone are reuniting once again following their massive critical and commercial success with Poor Things back in 2023. And they're ready to deliver what's shaping up to be one of the most thrilling and talked about new movies releasing this October. An absolutely wild, absurdist black comedy that defies all expectations. Following its spectacular premiere at prestigious film festivals throughout August 2025, the movie received overwhelming critical praise for its masterful ability to weave together a completely unhinged and outrageous premise with surprisingly profound and very real commentary on the state of modern society. Both Plemons and Stone deliver absolutely phenomenal top-tier performances that command every single scene they're in. 2. Bone Lake releases October 3rd. A romantic and supposedly relaxing getaway to the enigmatic and mysterious location known as Bone Lake sounds like a dream come true for the loving couple Sage, played with intensity by Maddie Hassan and Diego, portrayed by the charismatic Marco Pagosi. They're expecting peace, connection, and quality time together. However, their plans for intimacy and tranquility are completely derailed when they arrive at their sprawling, isolated mansion, only to discover they're being forced to share their precious private space with another fascinating and mysterious couple. The alluring and charming Will, brought to life by Alex Rowe, and the captivating Sin, played by Andra Nichita. The uncomfortable proximity and forced closeness begins to throw their once perfect harmony and relationship into absolute turmoil and utter jeopardy, gradually pushing both couples deeper and deeper into a dangerous pit filled with manipulation, deception, lies, and dark secrets that slowly begin to surface like bodies floating up from the depths. There's absolutely nothing more thrilling and spine-tingling than brand new movies dropping in October that dive headfirst and unapologetically into the horror genre without holding anything back. Under the skilled direction of Mercedes Bryce Morgan, this premise brilliantly and expertly navigates the metaphorical psychological cages and prisons of the human mind, completely surrounded by layers of manipulation, deceit, and distrust. After making its world premiere at various prestigious film festivals back in September 2024, the film garnered significant critical acclaim and praise for its deeply perplexing and complex character dynamics, relationships, and interactions in this intense and gripping quest for survival where nothing is quite what it seems. 3. Regretting You releases October 24th. High school student Clara, portrayed with remarkable depth by the talented McKenna Grace, appears to have everything a teenager could possibly want. A beautifully tight-knit and loving family, an exciting crush on the coolest and most popular guy in her entire school, who just might actually like her back, and a peaceful, tranquil home life in the charming small town of Dillon where everyone knows everyone. Life couldn't be more perfect for her. But then tragedy strikes without warning, when her beloved Aunt Jenny and her father Chris are both killed in a devastating and heartbreaking car accident. In the painful aftermath, Clara finds herself forced to navigate her blossoming new romance while simultaneously dealing with an increasingly fraught and complicated relationship with her grieving mother, all while long-buried family secrets begin rising to the surface, threatening to change everything she thought she knew about her family. Attention all romance drama enthusiasts and fans. This is absolutely, without question, one of those essential new movies releasing in October that should not, under any circumstances, be missed. Based faithfully on the wildly popular and best-selling novel of the exact same name by the beloved author Colleen Hoover, this deeply emotional movie takes a powerful dive into the absolutely immeasurable grief, sorrow, and devastating heartbreak that comes with loving someone loudly, openly, and completely, only to lose it all in an instant. It stands as a beautifully tender and touching exploration of those unforgettable first crushes that change us, and serves as a genuine love letter to the complex, beautiful, and sometimes difficult mother-daughter relationships that shape who we become, leaving audiences desperately hoping and wishing for a happy ending while preparing their tissues. 4. Tron, Ares releases October 10th. The legendary and iconic Tron franchise is making its triumphant and highly anticipated return with what promises to be one of the absolute slickest, most visually stunning new movies dropping this October. Led by the talented and visionary director Joachim Rønning, this film serves as the direct sequel to Tron Legacy from 2010 and follows the extraordinary and dangerous story of Ares, a super-intelligent AI humanoid character who is sent on a critical mission from the digital world to Earth. The stakes literally could not be any higher or more significant, as he becomes the very first of his advanced kind to make direct contact and interact with real human beings, bridging two worlds that were never meant to meet. This movie beautifully brings back the legendary legacy of iconic characters like Kevin Flynn, Ed Dillinger, and pays homage to the revolutionary original story that started this entire phenomenon and captured imaginations decades ago. With absolutely breathtaking, slick animations, cutting-edge visual effects, and a genuinely high-stakes premise that keeps you on the edge of your seat, the action-packed trailer promises an incredibly entertaining and immersive theatrical experience, unlike anything else. The great Jeff Bridges is confirmed to return in some exciting capacity as the legendary Flynn, and the intense Jared Leto takes the helm as the lead, commanding this ambitious venture. 5. Stitchhead releases October 29th. Deep within a dark and eerie castle, where a brilliant but completely mad professor brings all manner of monsters and creatures to life through twisted experiments, only to cruelly abandon them afterward, the massive responsibility of caring for these rejected creations falls entirely upon the small shoulders of his very first creation, a character known as Stitchhead. But everything changes when a bizarre and unusual traveling circus, led by the greedy, money-hungry showman Fulbert Freakfinder, rolls dramatically into town with big promises and bright lights. Suddenly, Stitchhead sees what appears to be a genuine chance to start completely fresh, to finally find the spotlight and recognition he's always secretly craved. Or at least, That's what he naively thinks at first. However, when Fulbert's true, sinister motives and dark intentions are finally revealed for what they really are, all the monsters must come together, band as one united force, and work together to save their loyal and beloved caretaker from a terrible fate. Some of the absolute best and most entertaining new movies being released in October are strategically dropping right around Halloween to maximize that spooky atmosphere. And Stitchhead, this wonderfully creative animated horror comedy, absolutely tops that impressive list. Based on Guy Bass's excellent 2011 novel, this brilliant Steve Hudson directorial brings an incredibly fresh and thought-provoking twist to the entire MonsterVerse concept. What if all along the humans were actually the real monsters? It's a question worth exploring. 6. After the Hunt releases October 10th, Alma Olsen, portrayed powerfully by the legendary Julia Roberts in what critics are already calling an awards-worthy performance, is a deeply respected and genuinely beloved professor at the prestigious Yale University who has built an impressive career over many years. Everything comes crashing down when she faces one of the biggest and most challenging career obstacles of her entire professional life. Her exceptionally talented mentee, Maggie, played brilliantly by Ayo Edebiri, comes forward with serious accusations against Alma's friendly rival and colleague, Professor Henrik Hank Gibson, portrayed with layers of complexity by Andrew Garfield, accusing him of sexual misconduct. Alma suddenly finds herself completely torn between her loyalty to her longtime friend and her solidarity with her gender and womanhood, and she's forced to painfully revisit her own murky and complicated past that she'd rather keep buried. Directed by the masterful Luca Guadagnino, this intensely gripping psychological thriller has been making massive waves and generating serious buzz ever since the powerful trailer first dropped online, establishing itself as one of the absolute must-see new movies to watch out for this season. After its exclusive film festival premiere in August, respected film critic Nicholas Barber of the BBC called Roberts the absolutely monumental center of the entire movie, enthusiastically praising her nuanced performance as completely Oscar-worthy material in an article that was published on August 29, 2025. 7. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You releases October 24th. Linda, portrayed with raw authenticity by the incredible Rose Byrne, is absolutely at her wit's end, completely overwhelmed as a struggling mother desperately trying to care for her daughter who suffers from a mysterious and undiagnosed illness that no doctor seems able to properly explain. Dealing with an emotionally distant and unsupportive partner who's never there when she needs him most, plus facing a relentless series of unfortunate events and challenges that threaten to snap her fragile sanity completely in half, she discovers she can't help but process her overwhelming emotions, the only way she finds truly effective and cathartic: by screaming as loudly as possible into a pillow. This is genuinely one of the top must-watch new movies arriving in October for fans of raw, honest cinema. Director Mary Bronstein brings the absolute chaos, the crushing guilt, the unexpected joys, and every complicated emotion of motherhood powerfully to life in this A24-led psychological comedy drama that doesn't hold anything back. According to the intense and honest trailer, it lays completely bare the sharp, unfiltered honesty and reality of a woman who is unfairly expected by society to hold every single fraying edge of her complicated life perfectly together at all times, and it brings vividly to life a feverish and unflinching portrayal of her messy reality. The reviews and critical reception following its emotional Sundance premiere in 2025 have been overwhelmingly and largely positive, with many calling it a must-see. Additional exciting new movies in October, available on streaming platforms. October 3rd, The Lost Bus, starring Matthew McConaughey and America Ferrera, streaming exclusively on Apple TV+. October 10th, The Woman in Cabin 10, featuring Keira Knightley and Guy Pearce, coming to Netflix. October 10th, Swim to Me with Maria Paz Granjon and Rosa Puga Vittini, available on Netflix October 29th. Ballad of a Small Player starring Colin Farrell and Tilda Swinton, premiering on Netflix October 24th, a House of Dynamite featuring Idris Elba and an incredible ensemble cast. Launching on Netflix, don't miss out on experiencing these amazing new movies throughout October in theaters and streaming platforms worldwide. This month is absolutely packed with entertainment.